Hello, friends. Welcome to my live stream. We are kicking off this live stream with yes, no questions. So for those of you who maybe missed it earlier today or didn't have a chance to ask and ran out of time, now is your chance to try again. Today we are doing the BOGOs, so I want to give variety in my live streams each week, and we did the mystery box yesterday, and then today we did the spreads, the 5-card, 9-card, so on and so forth, and some mini reads. So I figured why not go ahead and do the BOGOs tonight. Hey Liz, I'm doing good, thank you. It looks like the energy is pretty good tonight. The smoke's not like overwhelming, it's just really chill. I want to give a special thanks during this live stream to Eliana. She gifted me with this deck and it came in the mail this evening, so we're going to use it. All right, so we're going to start with Liz. Liz says, does Jay have feelings for me? Whoa. Does Jay have feelings for Liz? All right. Let me reshuffle. Hold on one second. I'm trying to avoid burning myself on this thing, and I feel like that's fucking with my shuffle. Spirit, does Jay have feelings for Liz? Please show me one card. Does Jay have feelings for Liz? Does Jay have feelings for Liz? All right. Whoa. Okay. So I don't know if you saw earlier, but this card came out for you, Liz. And I didn't know if I should take it or not because it came out with a conflicting card. So I said I wanted to reshuffle, and the same card came out. So there you go. I have a yes for you, King of Pentacles. That's for Liz. Lauren, does SB want long-term commitment? Or sorry, KB. Does KB want long-term commitment with Lauren? Or in general? Does KB want long-term? Oh, okay. Does KB want long-term commitment with Lauren? Please show me a yes or a no. Does KB want long-term commitment with Lauren? Yes or a no? I have a no for you, Lauren. The moon. You're welcome, Liz. Say says, was wondering now that me and my boyfriend had a sincere talk, will our relationship work out? Show me a yes or a no for say, please. Show me a yes or a no for say. Say, I am getting a yes. 7 of Pentacles. Thank you guys for following the rules. I'm doing good, thank you. Show me a yes or a no for Joan. Ooh, I am getting a yes, the Page of Swords. It's interesting looking at these cards and seeing things because I agree with that being a no, but some of them I don't view as no's or yeses, and so it's interesting to see what this deck ends up saying. But I'm using the deck as a tool of divination and taking things at face value and then going with my intuition if I feel more information needs to be divulged. Was why shocked, upset when I introduced myself to her as T's girlfriend? Show me a yes or a no, please. Maybe. We have the Two of Swords. I feel like this was something maybe difficult to hear, but I do feel like this is something that they're happy to know. So I think they feel a bit torn, but it's like they would rather know than not, than kind of like, you know, maybe continue having feelings for someone that they don't have the ability to date. You're welcome, Liz. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I have a yes for you, positive vibes, Queen of Pentacles. Hey, Benjamin. Say says, thank you, girl. Love your readings. Definitely donating when I get cash on my Cash App. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome, Emily. Make sure you guys are following the rules or you will risk your question being skipped. So Alexandra, I am getting a maybe, and I know that that question is more like a yes or a no, but he could have had conflicting feelings about it. I feel like he is just trying to move forward. He wants things to be easier between the two of you, and so he could have felt a little disappointed or deflated, but it's not necessarily showing me that he's like full on upset. So he could be a little bit of both. Maybe he just wasn't exactly happy with how things went down, but he is trying to see the positive. Make sure you guys are following the instructions, okay? There's a section in my description that says free list, and it will tell you how to be added to the free list, so make sure you're following those rules. Kit Kat, I am getting a no, the Hanged Man. He feels like that there will be sacrifices, but I think that he has a good hold on the strength of your connection, that he's not too worried about it. You're welcome. Will Rashima get good news soon? Please show me a yes or a no. Will Rashima get good news soon? You're welcome, Kit Kat. Will Rashima get good news soon? Yes. Queen of Cups. Does C think that I dislike her because of the many arguments we've had? You're welcome, Rashima. So you have the 8 of Wands. It's a yes. Renee. I have a yes, the star. Hey, Kayla. All right, y'all. So we have 3 minutes left of the free list, just under 4 minutes. Make sure you're posting your questions along with the correct emoji or keyword. And donations are open, okay? Rashima, when are you getting married? Oh, you're so sweet. We don't have an exact plan yet. We're still very early stages of our planning. I would love to get married in November. I've always thought myself having like a fall moody wedding, like forest fairy tale vibes, or just like something very eclectic and maximalist. So we'll see. But I would love to get married this year. Thanks for asking. Aw, thanks, Rose. I'm sorry to say I am getting a no for you on that one. 5 of Cups. Suman, I am getting a yes for you. King of Pentacles. Wow. Kayla, I am getting a no on that one. I have the 8 of Swords. That card came flying out. So this could change. Keep that in mind, but I'm getting a no right now, okay? They seem to have some other stuff going on. Oh, Liz, did you donate? I'm sorry, hon. I don't know. I saw that. Okay. So Liz, got it. And Liz, don't forget you get to ask a second question. If you have one, you get an extra free question. It can be any question, any format. Make sure you guys are posting the correct emoji or keyword. All right, that is it for the list. We are going to move on to donations. Liz, are you in here right now? I'm going to answer for Joshi really quickly. Joshi, I have a no. Maybe that's too soon. All right, so Liz, if you're in here, you remember you get a second question you'll have to claim. during this live stream, okay? All right, so first things first, we're going to start with how is Jay currently feeling about Liz? How is Jay currently feeling about Liz? We have Two of Cups, Knight of Swords. How is Jay currently feeling about Liz? Nine of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Wow, that's so crooked. Oh my God, sorry. This is like, is there a way to kind of adjust that a little bit so that my cards aren't looking all crooked in my face? Yeah, maybe in March, Joshi, maybe in March. How's Jay currently feeling? Okay, so there's a lot of mental connection going on. You have quite a bit of swords here. So I feel like there's a lot of mental energy being extended to you. Hey, Naija. Thank you. So Liz, I did kind of already start your reading, but I haven't gotten too much into it. I wanted to remind you that you get a second question too, okay? Okay. So it seems like he has a lot going on in his mind when it comes to you. I was pointing out the fact that you have quite a bit of swords in your reading, and it was just like kind of pulling at me. With the Two of Cups here, it is making me feel like he does have feelings for you. It almost seems like desiring to be a couple with you or wanting to be a couple with you. So I'm hoping Jay is a romantic interest, because that's what I'm getting is like a bond or a connection between the two of you. Okay, so nothing necessarily conflicting per se. But I do sense that there's a little bit of tension when it comes to you or when your name comes up. And I feel like he doesn't want to rush or make like very hasty moves, very quick moves in your direction. I do feel like he has this, okay, so maybe it's this battling within himself when it comes to you, where he feels like he needs to figure out, is he going to have the courage to speak up and say something about it? I think he's in a place where he does want to fight his battles, but there's like this sense of like caution as well, as he kind of stands here a bit guarded, trying to determine what to do. It makes sense that he's your boss, because I do see Pentacles here talking about like financial situations at play. So maybe there's some level of risk. Let me get clarity here. He's just trying to be very objective and remove his feelings from his decision making. He's trying to do what's fair and what's right. But what's interesting is the one thing that comes out first is the Two of Cups. So it seems to be that the feelings for you overshadow what would be him trying to do the right thing. I feel like he is trying to have patience here. He does feel restricted. He's feeling romance with you. He's feeling new romantic feelings, like you've sparked a romantic interest for him. So this card here with the Seven of Swords talks about doing something underhanded, not necessarily above board. So he's kind of trying, I think that's kind of what he's battling here, is figuring out, do I, number one, do I approach her and express these thoughts that I have? Do I go to management first and tell them? Do we kind of see what this is before I put my job at risk? Like, he's kind of trying to figure it out. But this does talk about wearing a false mask and feeling like he's not really respecting and acknowledging his feelings that he has. I feel like he has this deep desire for things to just be easy, and so he is questioning if this is worth taking a stab at. Yeah, that's what I mean by above board, like doing things the right way, not doing things underhanded. I really do feel like he wants to rush towards and give in to his feelings. I would say that the general theme of your reading is that he's feeling overwhelmed with this decision, and it's kind of like there's a feeling that he doesn't know how you feel, and so he's like, is it even a point to risk everything when I don't even know how she really feels about this or about me? Do I I feel like almost like he's trying to figure out what's going on here between the two of you before he really like makes plans. But I feel like he's kind of overwhelming his mind and overthinking a lot without really having the facts, because for all we know, it's fine to pursue someone that you work with. Maybe his job wouldn't care or your job wouldn't care, but I feel like he's kind of just running himself ragged with all of these thoughts. He feels very tense in his shoulders, and I feel like he has a good amount of anxiety when it comes to this. He does feel like you guys are really compatible from what he knows about you. It's giving like that he's either only recently gotten to know you, or he feels like he doesn't know you very well just yet. Like there's just some element of not knowing everything about you. So it's hard for him to make any decisions based on that, but he is attracted to you. I feel like he values you. I feel like you make him nervous. And it's possible that he would tell you he's had work relationships before and they didn't work out. So he might be a little bit cautious to kind of jump into something like that again. So yeah, that's what I've got, Liz. I kind of looked over each of these cards carefully because it's the first time I'm using this deck tonight. Eliana got it for me. Thank you, Eliana. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't overlooking anything. So you get a free second question with a BOGO. What would you like me to ask? You're welcome, Joshy. I'm sorry, I just saw your comment. Remember, guys, you don't have to claim your free question, your buy one, get one. You don't have to claim it, but I always encourage you to, because why not? Even if it's a yes or no question, simple, or it's not a simple question, it's fine either way. You can ask any format. All right, and Naija, you can actually go ahead and post whenever you're ready as well. You're welcome, Liz. So Liz wants to know, should I keep my distance from him? I'm hearing for now, Liz, like for now. So if I get a maybe card or even a yes card comes out, I am hearing that this is like a just temporary situation. Kind of just keep your distance for now as things kind of unfold. But let's see. Okay, so Spirit is saying it's important for him to understand how you feel. Ooh. Wow, okay. Wow. Okay, so you are getting no's. It's not necessary for you to keep your distance from him, okay? So that's what I'm getting. But I'm also getting, I think it's because he needs to be aware kind of how you feel in some way. You even have the maybe card at the bottom. It's crazy. No, yes, maybe. But I'm going to say no. I'm going to stick with the first cards that came out. We're going to not try to confuse ourselves here. Spirit is saying you don't necessarily have to keep your distance from him, that it's important for him to know how you feel so that he can make the best judgment moving forward. Because the more that he thinks this is all in his head, the less likely he is to act on it. So, just whatever you feel called to do, don't feel like you have to hide your feelings. I mean, obviously you want to remain as professional as possible, but there's nothing with a little tongue-in-cheek wittiness and flirtation if you kind of want to show that you have some type of attraction to him. That's okay. Let's see. Am I getting anything else? No, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm getting. It says, I surrender to the storm. So you are in control. Just surrender. The choices you make now align you with your purpose. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Liz. Thank you for your donation. And also, if any of those numbers meant anything to you, you can go back to your reading. Some of the cards have numbers at the top. They might hold meaning for you as well. Okay. You're welcome, Liz. Wealth forecast. So I usually don't do more than 3 months out just because things can change with a quickness. So let's just kind of see what the trajectory is for you, Naija, in regards to wealth and money. This is always a fun one to do. I would actually like to get this reading. All right. Please give me a wealth forecast for Naija for the next 3 months, over the next 3 months. fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload. Oh, girl. You got a lot going on here. You have nothing but swords out. Oh my god, and more swords. So you have 4 of swords, 5 of swords, 7 of swords, 2 of swords. I see you planning for the future, and you're looking to, you want peace about this. I can see that. You are probably feeling defeated in some way. Shit, look, you got the King of Swords. This whole row is swords up here. But you could be feeling like defeated in some way, feeling like, do I need to take control of this? Do I need to just surrender? Do I need to just let things happen? Like, what am I doing here? So there's an element here where it says you could be doing, you could be engaging in dangerous or risky behavior. And what that means is like you could be making maybe not the best decisions for yourself. I know that you said that you're like, you like challenges, and you might be willing to like go from one job to the next. If it's not working, it's time to move on, and that's kind of how you feel. But this could be setting you up for maybe not having the most stable financial situation. It's really business related. Want to see if I'm wasting my time. Still planning, but scared. New job is busy as heck and challenging. Do you feel maybe that you are trying to do a lot at once? Do you feel like you're trying to juggle a lot? Yeah, no, I totally get that. You don't want to work hard for someone else, girl. I'm the same way. But you could feel like you're trying to do a lot at one time. There's just like this feeling of being torn and divided. And Spirit is saying that that could be what... It's difficult because as your reader, I know it's easier said than done. I can't say you have to stop your full-time job so you can pursue this other thing, because that's not realistic. You have to work. But because your energy is being divided in so many different directions, it's hard for this other thing that you really want to manifest to get off the ground. And it's not that it's not happening, it's just taking longer than you want, and that's the problem. And if you could pull back from other obligations or other responsibilities, then maybe you could put more focus on this other thing for it to come to fruition quicker or sooner, or something along those lines. To be honest, I have 1 pentacle here in this reading, and it's budgeting. So I'm not necessarily getting like an abundance of finances coming in for you, like financial wealth or financial growth or anything like that. But yeah, like needing to sit down and build a schedule and build discipline is definitely something that I would absolutely stand behind, especially with all of these things. That's basically what the King of Swords is: sitting down and building a schedule, structuring, routine, scheduling, that nature. That's the King of Swords, totally. It's using your discernment, using your intelligence to your advantage, making unemotional decisions, being very analytical, very practical, pragmatic, making good judgments. But you do have the budgeting card here, right? So it's saying that being more conservative in this time. And this will help you gain your financial stability that you're looking for by doing these things. And honestly, I do think, Naija, that you probably have already had these thoughts in your mind already. It's just a matter of like sitting down and actually getting it done is, really important, because I feel almost like you have this like cloud hanging over you, or you feel like there's just this cloud hanging over you, and you keep getting called to do certain things and make certain moves and plan certain things out, but you just haven't actually gotten down to do it yet. And Spirit's saying like, now's the time to buckle down and do it, because we don't want you to feel defeated anymore, or indecisive or anxious or anything like that. We do have the friendship card, 3 of Cups, which is community. So it talks about being like celebrating bonds, networking, partnerships, things like that. So I think you are on your way to building good connections, I would say. So that, I think, indirectly would start to help your finances in regards to the projects that you want to get started. Spirit is saying that is looking really good. We also have foresight and recognition. So success and victory, winning is here for you with these 6 of Wands. I do see like, you achieving what it is that you want to achieve, and people will celebrate you for it in the future. You'll probably get awards and accolades and just a lot of recognition for these selfless things that you plan on doing in the future. So that's there for you. Maybe being in the spotlight a little bit more. Let's see, what else am I getting? Yeah, I mean, success is here for you. This is like a bright, sunny spot in your reading here at the end. So hard work paying off, things like that. So foresight talks a lot about planning. So does the King of Swords. We have budgeting over here. So I feel like in a lot of areas you are doing well. And over the next 3 months, I think if you can kind of change your plans a little bit and get a little bit more strict with like what you need to do and really sticking to that rigorous schedule and budget, I think that you can really start to see things take off. Yay! Hey Vetus, welcome back. It's nice seeing you. Did you happen to think of your second question? I'm using my new deck that I got tonight, guys. This was gifted by Eliana. She's such a sweetheart. Brendan came in here earlier today and he's like, did you order something? And I was like, no. And I was thinking that it might be something that someone else was planning on sending to me, but he's like, it's Amazon. I'm like, I have no idea. I did not order anything. And it was just like such a nice surprise. It was so just unbelievably sweet of her to do that. New work colleague. Okay. Actually, since we're on the subject, I already thanked Naija before, but this is the deck Naija got me, and I love it. I use it all the time. It's the one that looks like this on the other side. I know you guys have seen it before, and that one's amazing as well. Y'all should see my inventory of decks that I have. It's insane. Just like what I can see on my desk right now, I see 23 decks, but I have more than that. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure I have like between 30 and 40 decks. How does Natasha feel about Nyasia? Let's see. How does Natasha feel about Nyasia? I know, me too. You guys are sweet. How does Natasha feel about Nyasia? And I just thought it was so cute because I'm Luna Affinity, and look at the little moons. Multiple moons. Oh my goodness. So Nyasia, she feels like you are your presence, you make your presence known when you walk in the door, and I think that she's still not sure what to make of it. She definitely feels like you grab the attention of the room when you're there, and that you could be very opinionated, so you could already be at this point like expressing your feelings, like if you're having a good day, a bad day, if you're frustrated about something, you're not really afraid to speak your mind. I think that she's thinking she'd rather get along with you than be on your bad side. Let's see. She feels like you're honest. She feels like you're really smart. You're quick-witted and direct. You're just maybe very blunt. I think that she feels you have like this very sweet demeanor, but I think that she's also seen a couple different sides of you where she's like, I'm not really sure. I love the moon. I think it's so beautiful on this deck. So you're strong, assertive, decisive, like this kind of feels like these two cards, this one and this one, kind of feel like you kind of you're the type of person who will do what they can to get what they want. And you just have this like influence over other people. And I feel like, so for the most part, I do feel like she likes you. Again, there's this Two of Swords here where it's like she still doesn't know what to make of the situation, but she feels like you're powerful. She feels like you're, like I said, everyone turns their head when you walk in the room. Like you make your presence is just known. It's beaming from you. We have the Leo card here. Actually, you have 3 Leos in a row, actually. And you have like good instincts, and I just feel like you are very confident. And so these are the things that she thinks of you. This is what she's noticing. She probably feels like you handle conflicts very well. So you're probably a good problem solver. And she thinks that that's a great attribute to have. You're someone who's strong in your convictions. You stand up for what you believe in. Again, very opinionated. It's almost like she doesn't have to really sit back and figure you out. I think that she feels what she needs to know about you. You're an open book. Ah, okay. That makes sense. She fears getting on your bad side. That's something that I saw a couple of times. She just wants you to like her. She wants you to like her. I do feel like she has talked about you to other people, not necessarily bad. I'm not picking up good either. I'm just picking up that she's probably also picked other people's brains and been like, so how do you like her? Like, what do you guys think? Just to kind of like see, because there's this here of being the subject of gossip, quote unquote. So I do feel like you have been a conversation topic. They feel that you have good knowledge, good advice. She's definitely keeps saying how intelligent you are. I feel like she just wants to keep getting to know you better. And I feel like she's at a place where she, knows that she could have been in your position, but she chose not to take it for her own reasonings. And so she's just trying to accept how things are now. And I do feel like she's trying to do her best. Do you have the ability to fire her? There's something here about with the Five of Pentacles about worrying about her finances or having financial hardship. Maybe she just wants to make sure that she stays on your good side so she doesn't get fired or unemployed. She does feel like you're a very well-rounded person. And I do think that she feels like if she really needed to come to you, that she could trust that you would treat it confidentially, that you would not just go telling everybody her business. Like if she had an issue or something in her personal life that she needed to talk to you about, she does feel like you would be accepting and understanding. Like you're emotionally stable. But yeah. That's what I've got, Naisha. Thank you. Let me know if you had any questions on that. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Emperor. And this talks about being a stable person of authority and being practical and disciplined. So I feel like in a boss or a manager like position, I do feel like a debt collector. I just saw that. That's so funny. I feel like you are displaying to her inappropriate, you're displaying appropriate characteristics for a person in power. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. You're welcome, Naisha. All right, guys. So the donation list is open. You will be next. So I am here. I am ready. We're doing BOGOs today. So it's buy one, get one. You get 2 questions for the price of 1. There are other options in the description if you want to see what other options are available. You said, "Oh, good. I'm glad I want to inspire her to move up too. She's smart and so great at her job." Good. Gonna watch some TV and relax. Have a good night. You too, girl. Thank you for being here. See you soon. Hey Luna, I've got a curiosity question. Can you channel messages from me to another person? Like, can you tell, wait, what are you asking me? Are you wanting to know like what your higher self thinks? Or are you wanting to know if I can send messages to someone else for you? Rephrase? Let me know what you're asking me, just so I can understand. Not sure how to explain it. It's okay, just a thought I had. So, if let's just say you wanted to hear, okay, for example, let's just say your person came to me in the live stream and was like, oh, can you do channeled messages from Beatus for me? And you just wanted to hear what your thoughts were on it. I could definitely do that for sure. If you're just curious what would come out from your perspective between you and your conscious and your unconscious thoughts. I've never tried any type of energy work where I have either cleansed energy, cleared energy, or sent psychic messages on behalf of someone else. I'm assuming it can be done. I just don't know. And I've never done it on behalf of other people before. Y'all, I am so tired today. It's not even like a rainy day or anything. I'm just, so tired. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm asking, just the messages, not anything else, kind of whatever comes out. So, yeah, I mean, I can do that because I've done like pick a card readings before where I'm basically like, these are your feelings, these are their feelings. You know what I mean? So just try to like channel what you're feeling. I definitely could. It would be, it's kind of a different type of reading. It's kind of cool to think about and to do and to execute. And I would say I've done it to some capacity before. Maybe there's some things that need to be brought from your unconscious that would be good for you to hear out loud, especially if they're your feelings to someone else or your feelings in regards to a certain situation. With that, of course, you would just take what resonates for you and maybe hold on to some messages that felt profound, but you're not really sure how to navigate through those feelings just yet. You could always just come back to it again later to see if maybe it makes sense for you again. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can do something like that. I always like doing different types of readings. And people ask me like the most random questions. Those are always really fun for me to do something different. Oh my gosh, I never told you guys, but my aunt reached out to me and she said, because my fiance's always wanted a Frenchie. Like, he's like, literally since I've known him, since before I've known him, we're going on like 8 years now. And he said that he's been wanting a Frenchie this whole entire time. And of course, everyone knows they're expensive. I feel like they've risen in popularity lately. And my aunt sent a message and said that there was a dog that was bought at $8,000 and that the owner didn't think that they could keep him. And we almost got our hands on a Frenchie, guys. 1 year old. And then she messaged me today and said that the owner's reconsidering. And we're just like very sad about it. His name is Nico and he's really cute. And it's 1 year old is like perfect because then we don't have to go through all that like new puppy training and all that stuff. But I just told Brennan, I was like, whatever's meant to be will be, So we'll see. If it works out, I'll let you guys know. But I never even told y'all. Okay, Vetus, if you want to donate, that sounds good, girl. I always have fun with those kinds of readings. So let's do that and see. It's always kind of fun to see what you think underneath it all, All right, so Venus, just to make sure I understand correctly, you would like me to do channeled messages for you to Calvin instead of channeled messages from Calvin to you. Is that right? Okay. Okay, so Vedas, I hear you saying I am trying to understand what this is between us. I'm trying to understand what keeps me tethered to this connection with you. It's unexplainable, and while it feels nice knowing that I'm a part of something greater than myself, it can also be a little bit confusing. There's this comfort that I have of knowing that we have this unspoken connection, and I feel this devotion to you. But a lot of times it's hard for me to really fully grasp my mind around what this is or what this could be, and I feel like I'm just constantly seeking answers about it. I want to understand it, and that's hard for me. I feel a bit blinded by, or maybe even surprised that I still feel this connection to you after all this time. I'd like to explain or understand the influence that you have over me. I'd like to know if you are feeling that as well. It just kind of is crazy to me how even if we're not really talking, not really, in each other's lives every day, how I can still feel this pull to you and this, it's just kind of unreal, surreal. If I'm being honest, there are a lot of times where I've thought I just need to walk away. But I don't know if that's what you want from me. Venus, it's a little private, what I'm hearing you say to him. So I'll email it to you. But, okay, let's move on. Let me email it to you really quickly. Okay, Vetus, I just sent it to you. This is something that I deal with, if not every day, then just incredibly frequently. There's just something about you that's got a chokehold on me. I'm having a hard time fully releasing myself from you. And the separation is hard because I wonder if I'm wasting my time. Are you going to come back around? Are you going to make me feel more sane about wanting to nurture a connection that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to fully? Okay, Vetus, thank you. I feel restricted. I feel like I can't fully be myself with you the way that I want to be. I feel like I don't know how to act around you or how to be. Do I say this? Do I not? Do I hold back? It's a really awkward place that feels very inauthentic to myself because I feel like not being able to be with you how I want to be with you doesn't make me feel like I'm living my truth. I feel like you left me behind. I'm just trying to take things one day at a time because I really do feel like there's a lot that's out of my control. I feel like we didn't meet by chance. I feel like we planned this or God planned it. And I do feel like there's been some type of divine guidance over our connection, and maybe that's why I feel so strongly drawn to you. And I'm just trying to navigate through it all. I just feel like, honestly, this could go either way. I can walk away from you and try not to give you a second thought, which I know isn't really possible, but that may be the only way that I can be happy moving forward. Or maybe at the very last possible second, you might actually come forward. But I'm just in this place of uncertainty, and it's hard, and I just would rather maybe not be in this place for much longer. I think I might need to move forward, move on, maybe. So Vetus, that is what I've got. I hope that I tapped into you properly and that you resonated with either all or the majority of what I've said. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. I'm glad that at least the email was correct. I felt like I was on like the right path. Hey Asia, how are you? Taka, I am ready for your question. Thank you for the donation. You're absolutely, positively, 1000% correct. You didn't miss a thing. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Vetus. I am so happy that that resonated, and I hope that that gives you maybe a bit more confirmation that when I am channeling Calvin, that I'm doing my best as well for him. And maybe all the things that I've said to you when I'm channeling him, you can have more confidence. I'm sure you did already, but because I channeled you so well, I hope that that also means that you feel confident I channeled him correctly as well. But I am very glad to hear that. That makes me really happy, especially because I don't do that very often. So Taka's first question, overall thoughts after we talk today and whatever else pops up. I don't have a follow-up question. Thank you. All right, Taka, that's okay. You don't have to claim the follow-up. If you happen to think of one while I'm doing a reading for you, that's fine. It can be as simple as a yes or no question, or it can be a little bit more elaborate than that. That's totally cool. But either way, even if this is the only reading I do for you tonight, that's all right. Because my in-depths are $15 anyway. BOGO is just a freebie. Of course, I encourage you to claim it if you can, but it's not necessary. I'm totally confident in the way you channel and also read. Thank you so very much. Oh, that makes me so happy. Vedas, thank you so much. All right, let me shuffle for Taka. Sagittarius, overall thoughts after we talk today and whatever else pops up. Sounds good, Taka. I'm also going to go ahead and put a last call on the screen. Last call for donations. I was on a little earlier today, so this stream isn't going to be very long. Asia, thanks, hon. I'll get to you in just a second, okay? Sagittarius, overall thoughts after they talked, please. Sagittarius, overall thoughts after they talked. So, Taka, something about this makes me feel like they thought you guys had a heart-to-heart. That maybe you said some things that were kind of personal and let him see a different side of you, or get to know you better or understand your thought process a little bit more. There was something here that he felt gave him better clarity on what you were thinking, and he really did like that. There's a general nervousness that he was feeling during the engagement. And I think you make his stomach drop a little bit is what I'm seeing. Did you guys part ways, like, and he took off in his car? Like, the journey card here is almost making me feel like he was thinking about this conversation on like a ride home, or I don't know. With the journey card, it just feels like almost like once he left, like he was still thinking about this interaction with each other. You're welcome, Asia. Door to value. I'm looking at this as a Leo card. The Courage card in tarot is what it looks like to me. It looks like maybe putting some fears behind. So kind of getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Maybe he felt like either you were bold to approach him, and or if he was the one that started the communication with you, he was setting his fears aside to have this communication. You said you were both about to leave. Okay, that's making sense. It's making a lot of sense. Okay. All right, so he is the type of person who likely has been tested in like romantic connections. So what I mean by that is he knows he's gotten some things out of his system. Let's just say he sowed his oats And he's now looking for something that's peaceful, something that's more happy, calm, and balanced. And I feel like he's looking at you as like maybe that possible situation. This almost feels like he was thinking that this is something he's been wanting to talk to you about, or not necessarily talk to you about. Maybe the subject matter wasn't necessarily something he's been holding on to, possibly, but it almost feels like this is something he's been wanting to happen for a long time now. It's like he felt that there was a sense of victory and accomplishment here now that you guys have had this conversation. It just felt like maybe some hopeful steps forward. I was a bit more open than usual. He's definitely feels like he was able to kind of gauge your perspective a little bit, like gauge you, meaning like he could kind of like decipher kind of, I don't know. There was just a lot you guys were saying without actually saying. There was body language, there was looks, there was smiles, there was just physical like positions you guys had your hands, you know what I mean? There was a lot of unsaid stuff, and I feel like even if your words didn't feel like they held a lot of meaning, I still feel like he got out of this like something that felt like connected to you. I do feel like there's something that tells me other people saw this interaction as well, because we have recognition here, the 6 of Wands, and it makes me feel like something that was happening in public. So if you guys were getting ready to leave, is this work? Let me scroll back up to your question. Okay, it doesn't specify. You didn't specify. But it feels like there could have been other people around, or other people had seen it, or something like that. I do feel like you guys both still had your guard up somewhat. This clearly wasn't an interaction where you both were like just putting it all out there, but I feel like things felt good. Like overall, I feel like he's feeling like things felt good. Work, okay. Let me see if I'm getting anything else here. Sagittarius, Leo. What else do I have here? Capricorn and Aquarius. We have lots of Leo. Okay, so this is definitely stepping out of our comfort zone, being more courageous. And this also is saying that he had his attention fully on you. He could have had other things going on. He could have been running late for something. He could have been like had other plans. But in that moment, I feel like his full attention was focused on you at that time. There's a lot of Jupiter in this reading. There's 3 out of these 5 cards, and this talks about expansion and prosperity. So remember when I was saying I was feeling a lot of like progress happening, like he kind of felt like, okay, maybe we can pick up where we left off. Maybe this is like forward movement. That's that Jupiter energy that we have here. I feel like he felt likely very energetic or energized after the fact. Remember, he was leaving to go home or wherever he was leaving to go to. And he just it was like a lot of replaying the interactions over and over and over. So it could have him feeling like a little tingly, a little energized. I think you probably were feeling similar to that. And again, just kind of getting out of your comfort zone a bit here. Just kind of trying something new, right? Uranus is like rebellious, revolution, like doing things you normally wouldn't, or acting upon impulses that you feel like have been repressed. And things like that. If you have a question that you're wanting an answer to, because I know you said like hopefully he's still interested, or I am getting multiple yeses here. So we have the heart chakra here. We have the solar plexus. We have the third eye, and we have the crown. So there's a lot of feeling and thinking and doing in this reading. I feel like you guys were paying a lot of attention to each other visually as well. Checking each other out is kind of what I'm seeing. Just very much liking the view. So that is what I've got for you, Taka. Really quickly, one last shot. Did you have a follow-up that you'd like to ask? Oh, damn. I like that. I like it. Very cute stuff. Asia, thank you so much for your donation. You're going to be my last reading of the night. I am ready for your question whenever you are. You get the free reading, remember, with your donation. So you get 2 questions for the price of 1. Make sure that you let me know what those questions are if you'd like to go ahead and claim those. Thank you. I guess his overall thoughts towards me in general, but if that's too redundant, we can pull a couple cards. Let's see. What are his overall thoughts towards Taka, please? What are his overall thoughts towards Taka? What are his overall thoughts? Let's pull a couple cards here. Okay, so he does feel like you kind of have your guard up a bit. That's not a bad thing. He can tell you're a bit cautious. I think he thinks you're a bit scandalous as well. Asia, if you can post your questions, that would be great. Thanks, hon. He is attracted to you. I feel like he's a little nervous. Like he feels like you could be pretty addicting. You do have a seductive quality about you that he's noticing, and he's very drawn to this. He feels a bit weak to that, actually. See, the thing is he's in a place of looking for peace, but there's something about you that is very exciting for him that he wants to tap into and discover more of. But just keep in mind, he might be more of the friends with benefits, but more likely wanting a relationship. So hopefully that's what you want as well. He feels like you have a lot of cojones, like you have a good backbone. I feel like you speak your mind. You're resilient, so you're strong. I feel like he would say to you like, oh, you can handle anything, or you'd get through anything, because he has a lot of faith in your strength. I'm not sure if you guys complain about work at all or feel bogged down or burdened by work at times. So he's noticing that to some extent, whether it's like you're tired, you're fatigued, you're worn out. Maybe you guys have conversations with each other about like feeling drained from work or frustrated from work. That's something he's perceiving you. He very much perceives you as like work related, but there's just something vibrant about you. There's this confidence and magnetic quality that you have. He feels that you could be really mature. You have the Leo here again. This is crazy. And what he's picking up from you is that you are kind-hearted. You're generous. You're loyal, and maybe you like a little competition. It's almost like he feels like there's this excitement or like this risk about you. There's like this very seductive quality and like intrigue, and he's just like, I want to figure her out. Like he definitely is very drawn to you. That's what I'm getting for sure. But at the same time, he does feel like you are practical, logical. You have this sense of authority and dominance about you. He's really liking. So that's what I've got for you, Taka. Thank you so much. Asia says, me and my Libra friend talked today. May I ask his thoughts about it? Absolutely. You're welcome, Taka. Have a good night, okay? Okay. Just wanted to get on my video and just make sure that my camera was still looking okay, because I saw at one point it was getting kind of fuzzy. Feel free, guys, if ever you see my camera losing clarity, like if you feel like you've seen my camera quality be more clear than it is, just let me know, because I can always reset it and get better quality. But I think it looks okay right now. Me and my Libra friend talked today. May I please ask his thoughts? Asia and Libra friend, what are his thoughts, please? Okay, so the first card that comes out is conflict. The second is love. So there's definitely like this love-hate or give and take or frustrated, but I still care. Or maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, but it doesn't matter because you're my friend and I really like value you, kind of thing. The conflict here says you guys could have been discussing a disagreement, or you could have been currently feeling a disagreement with the conflict there, but there is this like feeling of unity and caring about each other, and partnership and friendship here with the Two of Cups that kind of overpowers maybe any negative feelings that you guys could have been experiencing. I feel like you guys maybe have some growing pains that you're experiencing right now, with the Devil showing up and the Three of Swords. So you guys could be, yeah, I'm getting, confirm for me if you can, Asia, but it definitely, with the Five of Wands, the Devil, and the Three of Swords, yeah, it feels like it's not necessarily the greatest vibe that we have going on here. You could feel like maybe they have some negative attributes that they're not recognizing about themselves, and that could be really stunting the growth of this connection. So we have some keywords here with the devil and the three of swords. I do want to say we have like limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns, toxic behaviors, attachments, dependencies, betrayal, like loneliness, feeling like someone isn't fully present, feeling of sadness or unhappiness here. There could be feelings of defeat, confusion. Yeah, I'm just getting like a bunch of like things here where you feel let down from this person. And maybe he even feels that way too. I have a crush on him. We are involved elsewhere, but I'm working. Oh, that's very interesting because you have third parties here, okay? So this is the friendship card. You can see you guys feeling that friendship, but maybe something more. And this can speak to him being involved and you having feelings, and or you being involved in him and you having feelings. Or it could literally mean that there's the two of you and then you each are involved with other people at the same time. So it's like not even a third party, it's like a four party, you know what I mean? So there's different aspects to that card here of like gatherings of more than two people. So this also talks about painful separation and heartbreak with the three of swords. So this could be very hard for you to walk away from. Interesting. So it's like he wants to lay claim, right? He wants to claim you and mark his territory and only wants you to be the one to come to him, but maybe isn't willing to do more than that. Go past that. Let's see. I do see here an outpouring of feelings. So I'm not necessarily seeing that you were very guarded when it came to expressing how you feel. I feel like you just tried to be as honest as you possibly could. You guys both have your opinions about it with the Knight of Swords. I am seeing here at the center of the reading is that one person's looking for a connection and the other person may be looking for more independence. We have independence here, but the Nine of Pentacles is a very like individualistic type of card where people are doing things on their own. And then this card is wanting new beginnings in a relationship or a new romance to spark. So there could be that duality there of the feelings that you guys are experiencing being acknowledged. I feel he has stronger feelings for you than he lets on. With the Six of Cups coming out, as I say that, it is confirming that for me. But I feel like he just isn't maybe he's just unsure about what to do with these feelings or what to do about it. He's trying to be very structured and objective and not really talk about these things. On an emotional scale. He's trying to be very pragmatic, very realistic. But he has memories with you. I don't know how long this friendship has gone on. Is this new? Is this not? I'm not sure. But he's basically looking back on the connection that you've built fondly, and like you provide a comfort to him. This can talk about you guys being friends for many, many years, leading all the way back to childhood. So if that resonates for you, take it. But this is basically just talking about past memories and influences, feeling nostalgia for someone, wanting to connect with them. And I just feel like it's almost like he's having a hard time acknowledging either that he's led you on to believe that there's more here, or he's trying to cover up the fact that there is. And either way, it's almost dismissive of your feelings because you are like, I know this isn't all in my head. So what is it? Do you have feelings for me or do you not? Do you, or have you been like giving me signs and signals, or am I crazy? I feel like you very much just want to know what the fuck's going on. And I feel like with him, I think he's still sorting it out. But the bottom line is that you guys both really, really care about one another. It's like very clear that he has strong feelings for you. You have strong feelings for him. This is a bond that shouldn't be broken, but it seems to be that it's very hard for your relationship to blossom, to progress and grow further because he's stunting it. It seems like he's stunting it. I don't know. You can confirm that with me. But I see where you're wanting to move on because you're like, don't want to be stuck in this. And I get it because it's hard stuff. It's painful stuff. But that's kind of how he's feeling right now. I'm getting like some loving feelings from him. I do feel like it's hard for me to really figure this out. And if you don't have a second question, maybe we can look into this a little bit more. But it's hard for me to determine if he just loves you like a friend, but likes the attention you give him. And you know how there's some people out there where they're like, they probably wouldn't give that person the time of day in a relationship, but they still are flattered and love the fact that that person like has feelings for them. And like if they start giving that feeling to someone else, then that rubs them the wrong way. But you're like, you were never going to be in a relationship with me, so I need to move on with my life. And they're like, but I don't want you to give your attention to someone else. Like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But I am curious, like, is it outside of just caring for you as a friend and like having strong feelings for you and protective feelings for you, because he does feel protective of you, there's something more here? And I'm not really pulling that right now. He's very guarded, but that would be interesting to know. So hopefully he told you. I'm not sure, but either way, that's what I've got for you, Asia. I am ready for your next question whenever you are. Woo! Oh, you said his heart chakra is kind of closed. Oh, that's tough. We're getting to know each other and feelings got involved, but I'm currently committed. Oh, I see. Gotcha. So it was kind of like you set boundaries because you're committed, and then he felt rejected, and now it's like this kind of awkward place. Okay. So it's actually making so much more sense now because, okay, so that's why he's guarded. That's why he's feeling like he can't fully tell you. And that's why I'm stunted here in this reading from knowing like where his feelings actually lie for you. Because I'm like, is it really feelings or is it just he likes the attention? But it's making sense now because this has been something that is almost like been hard for you guys to talk about because you don't want to feel guilt because you are involved with someone. You are having to like put that like boundary in place because you don't want to cross that line. Like, I get it. I totally understand now. This is making so much more sense. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Okay. So, if I understand your question correctly, are you saying if you left your current person, would he open up to you more? If you got separated from your entanglement, like basically if you were single, would he open up more? Is that what you're asking? Okay. It was definitely for a good reason. You wanted to be faithful. I gotcha. Okay, so they're showing me that he wouldn't open up right away, okay? Because I think the fact that you are in a situation now where you're involved, you're entangled, you're committed, if you were to move on, I think that he feel like it would be too fresh, too soon, too raw to open up to you right away. For multiple reasons. One, I think he thinks it wouldn't be fair to you to do that to you. But two, I feel like he would want the assurance that you have healed and moved on from this connection. I think that's important to him. But eventually, I am getting a bunch of guesses that eventually, yes, that eventually he would open up to you. But it would take some time. So don't expect it to happen right off the bat. He is showing me that you guys are a good match for one another. He feels like you guys are compatible. So this is making, oh my God, this is making so much more sense. It's hard. I like it. I like when I don't know anything because I like following my intuition on that. And I like being very blind. So that way you can fill in the pieces that I'm missing. But at the same time, when I don't know what's going on, I'm just like, why am I feeling sadness? Why am I feeling upset? Like, what is going on here? So it's just nice now that I kind of understand the whole picture. But it definitely feels like he is excited about what could happen. You have the Ace of Wands here. He's definitely going to try to take things slow, do things the right way. But I do feel like, yes, if you were to move on from your current situation, he would eventually open up more. That is what I'm getting. Yes, ma'am. All right, girlfriend. Well, thank you so much for your donation. For the rest of y'all that are hanging out here and just giving my live stream views, I really appreciate it. All the donations. I know Vetus is in here somewhere, so Vetus, have a great night. Okay, I will be back tomorrow, hun. You're more than welcome to send it to me if you'd like. And I can make sure it's done before I go live tomorrow if you'd like, but I just don't have any time left tonight to do a reading. But I can honor my BOGO if you wanted to send the donation, and before I go live tomorrow, I'll make sure that I send you your reading. Either way, let me know what you'd like to do. If you end up doing that, I just need your email, that's all. Good night, Vetus. Wow, I didn't realize how blurry my camera was for the majority of my live stream. Oh my gosh. That's just a bummer. You're welcome, Asia. All right, guys. So Kate, I'm not sure if you heard me, but if you end up donating, I can do your reading tomorrow and I'll email it to you. But just if you end up doing that, I do need you to send me your email, lunaaffinity@yahoo.com, just so I know where to send the reading to, okay? All right, guys, y'all have a great night.